Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Today we're flying high above the Alameda Naval Base. That's right, we've done this a million times, but today they have this electric bonanza. I'm not really sure what you call this, but it's an electric car show, and they have all kinds of electric bicycles and electric scooters, everything electric. So if you pay $20, all these people came out to the Alameda Naval Base, and well, I guess you test drive electric cars and drive electric bikes. So I did not pay the $20, believe it or not. I thought I would just drone it one day and then the next day go in there. But the more I thought about it is I did not want to stand in line with all these people waiting to test drive something that I probably would never buy. But you can see that there was a lot of people here test driving almost every little electric thing you could imagine. Now, I'm not sure on the insurance if you have like a waiver or how does that work, but I know that I did not go that second day. I only came into town for one weekend, and boy, they were really advertising it. And yeah, the funny thing is it never really rains around here. And the morning of this big electric car show, it rained a little bit. So I'm sure everybody was a little nervous. But yeah, I would like to get a test drive of one of these cars, but I know myself. I know that I would probably end up buying something. And I don't even have a place to charge it. And that's the funny thing about California is they're trying to make everybody go to an electric car by the year 2025, or it seems that close, but they say like 2050 everybody should have an electric car. But the funny thing is well, not they can't even keep the electrical grid going when it gets hot because everybody's running their air conditioner. So just imagine how many outages we're going to have if everybody's plugging in their car. So when we were having all those electrical outages, they were asking people not to plug in their electric cars until nighttime. So that's another thing you got to think about is if you have an electric car, when you can charge it and when you can't charge it. But I seen that one little course down there, but there was never anybody on it. It was like, for some reason, a lot of these courses, they were empty for some reason. And once in a while you'll see somebody on these courses, but the cars were being utilized a lot. The cars and the bicycles. But I don't know if you could. That's a good question too. Did they have bicycles out there you could buy? What if you wanted to buy a bicycle? Or was this just test driving only? See, those are the answers I do not have for you. But I know for a fact that this electric car show is kind of like a traveling circus. So it's probably headed to Los Angeles next, or Portland, Oregon, or somewhere like that. So these guys roam from town to town like gypsies. But yeah, there's the bicycle track. That really got all the attention. But my question is, can you buy a bicycle there and ride it home? Kind of like a new pair of shoes. I doubt it, but it is a good question to have. But you can see there's a lot of booths out there and a lot of vendors, and so everybody's trying to sell you something out there. And like I said, that's one of the reasons that I didn't want to go out there and buy something. But you can see there's a lot of walking around, and if you look at the crowd size, well, I don't think it was that crowded, but I'm sure you would have to wait. And I don't like to wait for things, so I could be making all that up. I make up a lot of things, so. But it seems like you would have to wait your turn to drive that electric car or to ride one of those electric bicycles. Now, I'll tell you what about those electric bicycles. They are fun. You don't have to pedal, and it just gets you out of the house. But the weather's got to be just right, because if you're on those electric bicycles and it's cold, well, there's nothing to warm you up. You're not doing any pedaling. So, yeah, you get cold pretty quick if the weather's not just right on those electric bicycles. Well, there's that down view. I always forget to take that down view. And that's always a good shot to take. But, of course, there wasn't a lot of action. Like I said, I don't know how busy, if this was a success of a show or if it was a failure of a show. I'm thinking because it rained that morning, a lot of people stayed home. So, and that was me, because I wouldn't think that you would want to mix electric car show with rain. But the sun did come out, so you can see right there that all those cars are electric. So they say that when you have an electric car, along with the electric car comes range anxiety. That's right, the range anxiety, where you don't know how far you can get till your next charge, where you and I can just pull over to the gas station, fill it up. So, but these people feel like they're saving the world with their electric car, one battery at a time. But there's your dirty little secret. That one battery at a time is very hard to recycle. So that's what the dirty little secret of the electric car or electric bike or electric phone. All these batteries are cancer-causing agents. That's right. So I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in the future with everything we use has a lithium battery or some kind of battery. And guess what? It's all being mined, and it's all being coming from other parts of the world. We're all just slaves to the battery. And these electric vehicles, well, they won't run unless there's plugged into something. So now there is another conspiracy about these electric cars. When people are plugging them into the wall, where do you think that electricity comes from? That's right. That electricity that they plug their cars come from coal or natural gas. So their own cars that they think are running off electricity, which they are, is being powered from coal or natural gas. I don't think much of these electric cars are being fueled by solar or wind. Now that would put a damper in their cells if you said the only way you could charge these cars is by solar or wind. You cannot charge no electric cars by coal, and you cannot charge no electric cars off of the grid. The grid is usually, electricity is usually made from natural gas, believe it or not. So it's funny how we utilize this planet Earth for almost every little resource, from the electric car to the combustion engine. So yeah, a lot of people there. I would say not really. I don't see the turnout that I thought I would. I don't see long lines, and I don't even see a lot of places to eat. So maybe if they had more places to eat and drink, more people would be there. But yeah, I guess there are some people there. Just hard to focus in on. But there you go, the Electric Car Expo out at the Alameda Naval Base. And boy, was it sure fun to fly this old Mavic. Well, I guess you call this, Mavic Air 3 drone. I'm telling you, it was a windy day, and this new drone I got with the old Zoomer, boy, you always have a little bit of fear, but this new one has the technology that I did not miss a beat. So yeah, if you ever want to get you a good drone, get the DJI Air 3. That's right. There's no Mavic in that. I got the Mavic Pro a long time ago, and that's the first series of the foldable drone. But this is the DJI Air 3. And look at that island, the big island of Alameda and the big Alameda Naval Base. So I will leave you with that. A beautiful view of the USS Hornet, that aircraft carrier. If you ever make your way out to Alameda, go visit the USS Hornet, and you will not be disappointed. It's got a great story to it because that ship picked up the astronauts, and it's just got beautiful views, and you can't ask for a better time at the Alameda Naval Base. So yeah, if you're in the Bay, make your way out to Alameda, because if it's a hot day, the beaches are nice and shallow and they won't take you out to sea. So come to Alameda. Well, I sound like a tour guide now, so I better end this video. But you can see that the Alameda Naval Base is one beautiful place to come and have an electric car show. I'm glad that they utilized that little park right there. That's a good spot. I hope they keep having events like that out here at the electric car show, because you really can't have enough people out here and enough fun. The more people that come out here, I think the better it is, because Alameda is a secret jewel of the San Francisco Bay Area. I lived here for years and didn't even know about Alameda, but now I'm just sharing it with you. All right, well, if you ever make it to Alameda, look for me and I'll look for you. And like I always like to say, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these electric car show adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.